whatnot. It is what it is.
It's an award show.
Yeah.
They hire a comedian every year to roast the people in the crowd.
Let's have a laugh at your expense, shall we? Remember, they're just jokes.
You want to show up with your shiny ass bald head and then say, don't joke about it? Bruh, how many times you done a set and you seen a bald woman and you had to talk about it?
You can't talk about alopecia. I've been talking about everything.
Everything.
Nobody's on the pedestal. Nobody has privilege. You're all the same. You walk in a room, you do comedy, you walk in the room, we're all equal. You want equality? Everybody's equal. If you're, how would that person feel? I roast that motherfucker. I roast that motherfucker. I roast that motherfucker. I jump over the head of the person that's in the wheelchair. I talk about that. I'm singling this motherfucker out.
People in the wheelchair want you to joke about them too.
I'm a joke about that motherfucker.
Are we gonna act like bitches bald is worse than fucking wheelchair? Stop it.
I'll joke about anything.
So, if I catch you at my show and you a bald woman, I'll be like, hey, you here with your man? How long you been a lesbian? And I'm gonna ask questions. Oh, okay, alopecia? Cool. When did you realize you were into women? We gonna figure it out. Because I need to know why we gonna talk about it. The same way you got no legs, we gonna figure that shit out. And we gonna have a laugh and we gonna move on. But the audacity of people to go to these events where you know comedians, and they know every year because there's always comedians that are being hired. And Chris Rock's been hired for so long and he's been roasting people. Ricky Gervais goes to the fucking Academy Awards or whatever it is and roasts everybody. You guys are fine with it. This shit happens. And we're like, I understand. No. I don't know if you guys are even adults anymore. Stay the fuck out of comedy shows if you're so fucking soft.
It's not a comedy show. The context is there. The context was how it is presented is comedy. Look, they did. Who was hosting? 3 women. There's 3 women hosting as well. Amy Schumer, Wendy Sykes, and whatever. They were doing comedy. Was that a comedy award? No.
And you know, listen. People talking about this is unacceptable. It's fucking baldness. If we can no longer joke about people being bald because they're insecure, then bitch, we can't joke about anything. So if you don't think this is acceptable reaction, you pretty much don't believe in free speech. Freedom of speech is not freedom of consequence. Well, if the consequence is you get assaulted or you get hit and it's supposed to be sanctioned because you said some shit that someone doesn't like, well, guess what? We don't have freedom of speech. If people can punch you in your face because you made a G.I. Jane. And why are we acting like G.I. Jane's a bad joke? G.I. Jane's a boss bitch. She's the lead actress in a movie where she handles all the business. Am I lying? Who are we acting like she got roasted to death? Like somebody brought up one of her children being done. Like, stop it.
Dude, you know what it is? It was not.
Get the fuck out of here.
The thing is, it was not even the G.I. Jane thing. It was the.
You think it was the build-up?
It's the build-up. I really think it's a build-up. It's not the G.I. Jane thing. It was not a G.I. Jane joke. In the past 2 years, they've been there, and people have been roasting them.
So what happened, Jada?
Okay, so I think it was about 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. Started a friendship with August. Mm-hmm. And we actually became really, really good friends. Mm-hmm. And it all started with him just needing some help. Mm-hmm. You know, me wanting to help his health, his mental state, and we found all those different resources.
Mm-hmm. In the past years, it's been that. It really has been that.
Take our space, and what happened?
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August, an entanglement with August, an entanglement with August, an entanglement, an entanglement, an entanglement with August, an entanglement with August, an entanglement with August, an entanglement, an entanglement, an entanglement with August, an entanglement with August, an entanglement with August,
an entanglement, an entanglement,
an entanglement with August.
And the thing that happened is that people that are rich, I believe, in the level of Will and then the level of Jada, they get disconnected. I said it, we said it before, right? They get this, so they just get the backlash, and sometimes they don't understand how it might sound or look to regular ass motherfuckers. So it's basically what Chris did. He put the last drop that made the pot overflow. But he's getting all the bad rap because of the spill that it caused on the floor. But he's not the one that put all that water in there. He just put the last drop. He's not the one that caused all that water. You know who put all that water in there? Most of that water in there? Jada and Will. But the last drop was too much. I think that's what it is.
Can I just reinforce your point?
Go ahead.
During the speech, what did he say? When you in this industry, you got to take all them licks. You got to take all this criticism for everybody, and you have to just accept it. So for all the people who think it's about the medical condition or the baldness, you didn't even listen to his words right after. As he's on stage crying hysterically, looking terrible, Will, I think, just needs to go to therapy. He looks broken. I'm not going to front you. That's just from the outside looking in. Could be wrong, but he looks pathetic, and he has looked pathetic for the last few years. What did he say? You have to take all these licks. So it's clearly not just about the joke.
No, it's not about the joke.
So I just want to say,
that's the
everybody
thing.
said, you guys are talking about unrelated stuff. If you aren't paying attention, that reaction is not normal.
It's not
That's
about,
a buildup.
It's not the joke. It's not the joke.
Yup.
It's the ramification of a whole bunch of other shit of the past 2 to 3 years that happened. The thing with August, every motherfucker was talking about that shit. And I don't even think they thought it would go to that extent. And then they finally realized it would go to that extent. They said, might as well capitalize. Didn't think that there would be more ramification. There is more ramification. And everything about Jada got brought back. The relationship with Tupac Shakur, Will Smith, August, all of them motherfuckers. All that happened. And people are bringing all that shit back like it was Justin Timberlake and Sexy. And they're just, yep. Take it to the bridge. That's what happened. And then you add the little drop. That's the straw that broke the camel back. But
And if you think it's acceptable to hit people for this reason, you don't belong in civilized society. I'm just sorry. You don't. You don't. Your feelings got hurt. You can go slap somebody. Something's wrong with you mentally. So something you need to do some maturing.
And what we're not saying is this. You have the right to not find a joke funny.
Yes.
That's okay.
Yes.
You can feel hurt about a joke.
Yes.
That's fine.
Yes.
That's okay. You can be pissed off about a goddamn joke all day, every day. No problem. That's fine. But you decide to walk up on a motherfucker and catch him.
And people are celebrating this. I'm really questioning, folks. People have really, they've really deteriorated over the last couple decades and think it's just acceptable to punch people for a difference of opinion, to punch people because they said some jokes that hurt your feelings or whatever. It's like, you guys have turned into the ultimate snowflakes. It's crazy. And you guys want to sit here and talk about anybody else or SJWs or these bitches. You're sensitive too. It's crazy to me. I can't believe that folks are really condoning this openly and think this shit is kosher. Yeah. And it's a good thing. Yeah. And it's a beautiful thing. That's how people said this is a beautiful thing. Yeah. We just saw a black man protecting a black woman.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Just challenge him into a fight if he accept and go on.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's really
Get the fuck out of here.
And motherfuckers think I'm playing with that shit and everything and stuff. That's really a solution. Get that shit out.
No, bitch is bold. Bitch is bold. She's just bold. She's just bald.
Listen, if we have to, like we said, if we have to stop making comedy because it hurts your feelings,